Chicago and have this incompetent governor that doesn't want us. Do you know that this weekend 72 people were shot in Chicago? I'm embarrassed to say it in front of the president of Poland. 11 people were killed, 72 people were shot.
No troops in Chicago! No troops in Chicago! No troops in Chicago! Invest in Chicago! Invest in Chicago! No troops in Chicago! Invest in Chicago! God bless you, love you all! Chicago!
On Chicago, though?
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when, we're going in.
In the coming days, we expect to see what has played out in Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. to happen here in Chicago. First, Donald Trump is positioning armed federal agents and staging military vehicles on federal property, such as the Great Lakes Naval Base.
What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful warm Thursday. I'm doing well myself. As we just seen, and as we know, President Donald Trump is talking about sending troops to Chicago, okay, to curb the violence there. Some people think it's a ploy to actually, round up Latinos, and send them away, out of the country, deportation or what have you. But regardless of what it is, over this past holiday, 50 people were shot and 8 people killed. Some people say it's even more, like 60 people that were shot, And also, as we know, every holiday, this thing goes on every holiday, no matter what, when it comes out in Chicago. As far as I'm concerned, from every year, year to year, each and every holiday, 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day, you understand what I mean? There are shootings. I'm amazed that there are still people in Chicago with all of the shootings that's taking place in that state, that city, what I'm saying, state and city of Chicago, Illinois, whatever you want to call it, But the people have spoken, the mayor, as well as the governor, J.B.Pritzker. They don't want those troops in Chicago. No military troops whatsoever. But I have to question that, especially after what took place over the holiday. I think there needs to be some kind of, control there. And you have to wonder why the mayor and the governor and the people, with all of the violence that's taking place in Chicago, don't want military troops there. But the people, that don't want, the military troops there, as well as the mayor and J.B.Pritzker, don't speak for everyone, because there are some people that are glad that they come in because they tired of this stuff themselves. But what I want us to do is actually check out what took place over the holiday, and then we'll get back to the commentary. Check this out.
A deadly Labor Day weekend in Chicago as President Trump continues to set his eye on the city, threatening to send in the National Guard as early as this week. At least 52 people have been shot in Chicago over the Labor Day weekend. 7 of those victims died.
The violence included 3 mass shootings that happened at Haddon in California, in Chicago's Humboldt Park neighborhood, and 2 in Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood, 35th and State and 36th and Cottage Grove. ABC 7's Jasmine Miner talked to people in Bronzeville about concerns about 2 mass shootings happening within 48 hours.
Many here in Bronzeville describe the neighborhood as on the come up, and they say they're not going to let the violence stop the positive work they're doing. For one woman, that means keeping kids healthy, active, and on the field.
We're gonna push through because it disservices the kids.
Alexis Hawthorne, owner of the top-tier university football youth program, says even gun violence won't keep her from serving kids in need. Their practice comes just a few hours and down the road from a mass shooting early this morning. 5 people were shot near 36th and Cottage Grove near Ellis Park, including a 17-year-old who is in critical condition.
At the end of the day, to have one person that was critically injured and 4 folks in the hospital. Whatever the situation was, it was senseless.
It is the second mass shooting in Bronzeville in the last 48 hours. The other happened on Saturday night near 35th and State, where 7 people were hurt during a drive-by. Those like Alderman Pat Howell are taking action, telling ABC7 in a statement, "I have long asked for additional police manpower to deal with large illegal gatherings and pop-up parties that routinely occur throughout the Bronzeville neighborhood." It follows Mayor Brandon Johnson signing an executive order this week to avoid the Trump administration from sending the National Guard into the streets of Chicago.
Us as people, we can come together and fix it on our own. We don't need no one to come here and, wreck shack our community.
Others think the troops could help.
I got kids, and I want to see the community better. I run every day out here. I exercise out here. So for the street to be safer, I think it's really good.
But Hawthorne says her football program does just that. Teaching kids a healthier way to have fun.
We're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that these kids have somewhere to come.
Alderman Lamont Robinson tells ABC7 that Chicago police do have 1 person in custody from the shooting this morning.
The boys pulled up right behind our house. They shot him down in the alley. I mean, I was home. His brother was home. We found my son literally on the ground in the alley taking his last breath. It's like it's never going to end. So if Mr. Trump want to bring these troops to Chicago, hey, bring them on. What we got to lose? You know what I'm saying? Put some fear and let them know that they here. They want, to protect the city of Chicago. We got elderly people afraid to ride the red line. We got kids can't go outside and play.
Is there been any troop losses?
No, I'm gonna tell you something. No, they folks. This 24/7.
Now, why we got people like the lady in the prior news video before we just watched this last one talking about we can solve this thing on our own? You haven't solved it in so many plus years that I've seen it's been going on. You haven't done anything. This is, like I said, every holiday, and then we're not counting all of the shootings that's taking place in between those holidays. You see what I'm saying? But in the last video we just watched, these people, a lot of them are tired. And J.B.Pritzker, you see, and the governor right here don't speak. I mean, the governor and the mayor here don't speak for them. They are tired. And you got to wonder why they want this to continue to happen. You see, because you would think that order and the safety of the people, you see what I mean, would be their top priority. But for them to not want those troops there to do and provide some sort of street safety that they failing to do, in the first place, and then how come y'all don't want them there? That's crazy. Don't make sense to me. Something strange about this, a little bit sinister in a sense, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think that the troops should be deployed there if, and I say if, that's what it's really all about protecting the rights and safeties of the citizens in Chicago and actually getting rid of the bad element that's causing trouble. I mean, I know myself, I would want that. Where I live in Indiana, if it was to really start getting that bad, of course I would want troops to come here and start, you know what I mean? Hey, putting a stop to these mugs out here in the streets, shooting willy-nilly. Do you understand how many loss of lives has taken place over the years with stray bullets, went through windows, houses, and took people out, even children, little children sleeping in their beds. You see what I mean? All because you got these gangs out here on the corner playing ghetto games. Okay? That's not cool right there. So yeah, some order has to be established regardless of what the mayor and the governor say. You know what I mean? About, they don't want, these troops deployed. If you don't want them there, then do something about this violence on your own. Put it in check. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular situation right here. Do you think that Chicago, along with DC, that's also got these troops deployed there for the safety? And some people are really liking that that's taking place too. Although I've heard some other little sinister shit that the troops there are doing to black people. You see what I'm saying? But Other than that, it is some people that feel safer. You know, do you think that troops should be deployed to Chicago? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, people. Please remember to live your life as though we're being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.